Okay. I don't know if anybody's going to find this one. I couldn't stop the other stream and I don't see anybody in here. So I might have to try to figure out how to. Oh gosh. Stop the other one. How do I stop the other stream? There we go. Oh my gosh. I was just sitting in here and I was like, I don't know how to stop the other stream. You guys are too good to me. Too good to me. I can't even remember what we're talking about. It was the weirdest thing. All of a sudden, my screen went black, and I think it's the Wi-Fi in the hotel because it's not optimal. But I think there's a lot of I think there's a lot of other people doing this in the hotel. To be honest, I don't know. Yes, I'm gonna go to bed in a minute. Anyway, I think I was okay. So we're talking about the park ranger. So anyway, the park ranger, I don't have the article in front of me anymore, of course. But anyway, she goes on to say that she told Gabby, like, really think about what you're doing here. She felt that she'd be more comfortable talking to a woman. Um, So I'm going to pose a question, and it's just a question. This is not an opinionated statement. I just want to know where you guys are because I hear people all over the place on this. Do you think there's a scenario where these police officers should be held responsible somehow? If Gabby's, because we have, like, just so I don't get crucified. You guys can say whatever you want, just so I don't get crucified. But if we find out that Gabby died under, suspicious circumstances and it's a homicide, um, uh, you know, do the police have a part in this? The ones that stopped her on the road? I want to know because I think that's a whole nother scenario. I think they had to, they had to make a call, but I'm not sure. So Mary H, you say they should be retrained for sure. I am a believer in that. In fact, I believe in consistently training people. And then Pascal's wager says nope. Aw, Carolyn Dillman, you're sweet. Maui girl, I am actually headed home. Yes, later today. Just gonna hang out and see what happens. Um, I will probably make a not this late. I'll probably make a later night out of it because here's the deal. Here's another question I pose to you. Since the FBI didn't make a statement today and the police didn't make a statement today, but yet they executed the search warrant, and obviously they were very thorough because I wasn't there, I wasn't in the house, but I was across the street at a model home, um, like, I want to be part of the big show. uh, they were there for a long time. Um, I think they're finding what they need, and I think that if they get a 20 on Brian, that he's charged. What do you guys think? And I think that charge is coming tomorrow, even if it's charges in absentia. And then they have a warrant, or like a warrant for his arrest. Pascal's wager says training always. Good morning, Angie. Ladybug says it was a lack of communication with the 911 operator. They should have known Gabby was the one being slapped. Yeah, I think there was something missed there. That 911 operator was a little less than pleasant. Canberra says, I think retrained, yes, but I think it depends on how and when they find out about both calls. That's fair. I agree. Jiu-Jitsu lover. They should definitely have an internal investigation and a new training course for science and communications with 911 dispatch. I agree. Angie, Do you think they're waiting for a cause of death for the arrest warrant? Um, yes. Yeah. I I struggle with this. I'm not an attorney. I think that they might have enough to um detain him for questioning, but Gabby's autopsy, Maui girl, let's see, she said it's today, right? I thought it was Thursday. I really, really thought it was Thursday, but I might be wrong. Yeah. They say dead men tell no tales, but I disagree. I think they spill it. Why did the family why did the laundry? You know what? There's somebody I gotta. This is. I'm sorry. I get to vent for a second, and it's not anything negative towards anybody else. It's my own problem. Somebody out there keeps saying Landry, okay, and I've heard it so many times today that I'm starting to do it. So, Maui girl, you may be right. You may be right. It is Tuesday. If you all are saying it Tuesday, I agree. It was a T word. I'm tired. I've been up since well, I'm almost up 24 hours now. Why did the Laundry family attorney cancel the press conference? Did they find new evidence? I think that based on the search warrant that was executed today and they took the car, the parents have moved the car. Um, it's confusing because when Brian, okay, so what? 6:20 at night on Friday, Brian's parents are like, "Oh, we can't find our son." And then it comes out, well, actually we last saw him Tuesday and he might have gone to the park, or the reserves or whatever it was, Mayaka. So then we find out that he took the Mustang to the park and then left it there, and his parents went looking for him, and there was a note on the Mustang from the cops saying, like, you can't leave your car here, and they brought the car home and then waited till Friday. At that point, I don't believe there was anything they could have charged anybody with. They hadn't even found Gabby yet. Now everything's changed. Now they have a body, you know, and he's gone, but he was within his right. He as much as I hate it, I believe in the law. I think we have to follow it. And if it was within his right to scoot off, then he did. And I don't know. So I'm not really sure. Not really sure if the parents can be charged with like obstructing justice or anything, unless they can prove that they knew that Gabby was dead and they were helping Brian cover it up the whole time, and they're the ones that got the lawyer and they talked to the lawyer. I don't know. But yes, Ladybug, yes, you're right. The lawyer canceled after speaking with the FBI. Hey, girl, hey, coat of many colors. Um, so the other problem might be that now Bertolini cannot represent the family. They all need their own attorneys. There's a lot of what ifs here. What does crime analyzer say? The parents probably didn't say anything until the lawyer was trying to get a hold of him. That's possibly true. Yay, Judy, you're back. Yay. Hi, I be me. Two Girls Gaming. They said the Mustang was collected Thursday, but it was back Wednesday. No, I be me. You didn't miss anything except for my extraneous rants and my live just shutting down for no reason. It's the way life goes. So Judy, I'm glad I'm back too. There was a point where I was like, I'm not sure that this is ever going to be better. was awful. But I don't want to talk about it anymore because people don't like it. It sounds like, I mean, we can talk about things that are wrong with us, but I don't want that to be my identity. I don't want to be like a sad little fisher. So that's just not who I am. All right, so we're come to agreement that Tuesday is the autopsy, so that's good to know. Um, yes, Heather and Oz, the dirty laundries. Heather has the best sense of humor. Yes, this right here. Wonderful work from Red, White, and Bethune. I hope Gabby's sitting in heaven with your darling boy. Did you guys hear that story? Their, I guess their son that passed away, it was his birthday. And when all this happened, and she feels like her baby boy helped make all this happen. And I think that's really sweet. Well, welcome. What is wrong with me? I can't even talk. Welcome, Daniel, first time listener from Cornwall, UK. Yay. I've got a lot of newbies. That's so nice. You guys are serious night owls. I don't know if I need like people cheering me on in my insomnia. Oh, I need everybody's phone number now. Oh my gosh. That's right, on his birthday. On his birthday. Yeah, like it was a divine intervention. I do need some sleep. So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about tonight was just the um what we went over before everything went to hell in a handbasket. Um, I wanted to go over John Walsh, his his response, and then to the 911 call, and then the female park ranger, her statement that's coming out now too. Mary H, I'm in your time zone. It's 3:53. Um, so so I think it pretty much covered or vented about what I wanted to cover about. Um, did we hear about the rainbow over Gabby's gravesite? You know what? I saw the picture, and I have to tell you guys today, um, there is somebody in Northport that saw it today. It was probably around 4:30 or 4:45. Um, I'm thinking the FBI left around 6, but there was like an hour where like nothing was happening, but people were still there. It was like a weird type of moment. There was a rainbow in Northport too. It was super, I don't know if I can explain this right. When the colors are very intense, but the rainbow is actually really wide. It was like a half a rainbow, and it was coming down right. It was arcing right over I-75, which is the road that runs through there, like between Northport and Punta Gorda. It was beautiful. So, hello, Moonlight View. It's so good to see like you guys. I feel like I don't know where, and Alicia. Yay. Um Hi Hillary. It's nice to see you. Does anybody before I go, I mean, I can stay another 10 minutes. Does anybody want to come up here and say anything or have anything they want to say? And we can do that, or we can just call it a night. You know what, Lisha? She says insomnia. I always have insomnia. Tonight it's more like I hesitate to use the word manic because I feel like that is offensive to people that have like a diagnosis for something. It's the energy here. It's that everything's so frenetic, and um there's people that haven't slept in days, and everybody's worried about missing something, and everywhere you go there's a TV on, and um I don't know, something about that. I be me. What about the park ranger? What I was saying is the female park ranger has been interviewed now, um, and she says she regrets that she wasn't more like she didn't use the right words, or she wasn't more um She didn't do a good job with Gabby because she was trying to get Gabby to question a relationship. She saw their relationship as toxic. This park ranger claims that she saw Brian and Gabby's relationship as toxic and she wanted Gabby to consider walking away right then. Not demanding it, but like, what is really in it for you? Look at where you guys are. You say you're not happy. And then, of course, she finds out that Gabby is discovered deceased. You know, that's horrible. So, hi, Pascal's Wager, Two Girls Gaming, all the people. Yes, Lisha, it's madness from all the stuff going on. Yep. I cried to my parents showing them videos and screenshots from Gabby videos, and I'm drained. Yeah. Yeah. I think one of the things about this case that's hard is one, there's a lot of criticism about how everybody's interested in it. And I'm not even going to get into that aspect tonight. But I personally think the reason I'm going to have to be really careful when I say this. I think one of the reasons that this case got a lot of attention is because Gabby was putting their life out there. That was how they were going. She wanted to start this blog and make money. So she started the YouTube channel. They had the one channel. She was really building the Instagram. She was sharing her life. And, look at what we've got going on here. I know there's several people in chat here tonight that I might talk to on the phone, or we might use Facebook Messenger, and I consider you friends. And we talk and we share ideas and we check on each other. It's not weird to have internet friendships and to start caring about people. And people were invested in Gabby's life. And some people looked at Gabby and thought, for whatever reason, like maybe they wanted to climb in a van and do all these adventures, and it was just never going to happen for them. Okay. And so they lived vicariously through her. And there's a lot to that too. That's right. We're all YouTubers. Oh my gosh, I be me. I've been doing that too. Barry Murphy's arrest affidavit. I can't even talk about that right now. I have to really, really sort through that one before I can talk about it. I be me. I deleted Facebook a couple months ago. Too much craziness. I'm almost there. I have to tell you. Clara would like to know my thoughts on Christian Andreacchio. At one point on Web Sleuths, I had that's one of the cases, there's the cases that you know really well. That's one of the ones that I know very well. I was going to talk about it, and then we're going to talk in code here, and I'm going to trust that nobody says anything in the chat. Okay. And then some other people started talking about it, and it became a little controversial, and I decided that just I wasn't going to compete in that arena because I didn't like the way it was going, and I felt like I'd be stepping in quicksand. And we'll just kind of leave it at that. But maybe, yeah, maybe some other time. I have a couple of cases that I'd like to really kind of look at. Antique Boutique, you're here from Coogee, just checking it out. I will send you my phone number and email. Send it to me. And yes, online friendships are amazing. They are. Ugh. That's right. That's what it became. Although yeah, it's totally. Let's see. My son is 22 and my daughter is 15. She has just started seeing a boy who seems lovely, but I told him straight out, "You hurt my daughter. I'll come after you and make you suffer." I I don't blame you. I have two stepchildren. we're teaching. So the younger one is a boy and the older one is a girl, and they're a year apart. And we're constantly like, teaching the chivalry things, but it's not okay for either one of them to hit anybody. And we talk a lot about how to treat people, and we also talk a lot about, this is going to sound weird to you guys, but we talk about consent and personal boundaries a lot, and we've been doing it with them since they were like 5. So like, may I hug you? Not with his dad or her dad or whatever, but with other people and friends. Like, may I hug you? May I sit next to you on the couch? May I, like that, so that they learn later on that, like, you have to kind of ask, you have to have permission to be in people's personal space. Two girls gaming. I have two sons, 26 and 29, and a daughter, 24. Her brothers are very protective, and we are all very close, thankfully. That's so nice. Well, I don't know why there's not any blokes on here. Bring them. We have some single ladies too. No, I like a good mix of men and women because they have different approaches to things, and I think it leads to good discussion. Um, in fact, I shouldn't even divide it into like into gender. Um, I like different age groups. I like different nationalities. I like, different backgrounds, because one of the things I love about discussing true crime is just all the different opinions, because I will sit and talk about something, and I will, if you don't know me, I'll sound like I'm set in stone. So I always have to, or my opinions are set in stone. So I always have to tell people, like, listen, you can convince me. I have to have some facts, or I have to have a good story thing, but I'm never so dug in that I'm like, I'm not changing my mind ever. That's why I love opposing views on things, and I love good healthy debate. I was brought up in a family where um like conflict wasn't a negative thing. Like conflicting opinions. Like we could sit at the dinner table and talk about things, and it was okay to disagree as long as you were being respectful, as long as you could back up your opinions with facts and you weren't just trying to be contrary. Oh my gosh, Lori Harris, I'm so sorry. Oh, that must have been hard to watch. Very hard to watch. I'm so sorry. I hope it's better now. Okay. I was president of Colorado National Organization for Women for 5 years, and have been on boards of directors and held several professional and volunteer positions, all aimed at empowering women and girls. Lish, I didn't know that. We need to talk, because somebody was asking me the other day if I knew somebody that had experience in that arena, worked in that arena, could speak, to that. Um, so I'm going to email you. See, we've got another bloke, Daniel Whitaker. So there's two, 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 two. Oh, is Coda Many Colors going to bed? Okay, I'm going to try to get some rest. Twins in the morning. I will get into bed. Actually, you guys, I am gonna get into bed. I mean, because it's 4 o'clock in the morning, but also because I don't know if you can hear it. My voice is starting to go, and I keep feeling like I'm gonna cough, and I don't want to keep doing it on the microphone either. So I wanted to see that comment though. See, I like talking to you guys. Antique Boutique. We had family meetings, and whoever had the wooden spoon in their hand had the floor time to speak. Yeah. Um, I did the like YMCA Indian Princesses, which is probably so inappropriate now, but we always had a talking stick. Antique Boutique, you did see an Aussie flag. Heather in Oz is here, or was here. She might not have got to the new. chat. And then let's see, Lori Harris. My daughter moved here until she got a PFA. He kept her away from us, put a tracker on her car and phone, and as soon as I saw Brian, I knew. Okay, so I love that everybody's here. Welcome, Jack, in the UK from Ireland. I hope you're a bloke too, because that would make 3 of you, maybe 4. So that's cool. So I'm gonna go, and then we're gonna. Hey, Ace, this is for Amy, and then I'm going to call it a night here, and I'll actually schedule something so that like we can all talk, and I won't just do this craziness. Like, hey, I think we're going at 3 o'clock in the morning. Um, okay, so let's see, where was I going? Okay, so Lori Harris, I'm going to put it up on the screen. My daughter moved here until she got a PFA. He kept her away from us, put a tracker on her car and a phone, and as soon as I saw Brian, I knew. So tonight before I did my live on WebSeuss, I was talking to another YouTuber who I've become very good friends with and very close to, and we talk very candidly. And she said, she was talking about an experience she had with somebody, and she's like, I just like they're not a good person, and I feel so bad. I don't want to be a bitch, the B word. That's something that women always worry about. It gets us in trouble. We need to stop worrying about what other people think about us. If we know we're doing the right thing and we know we have good manners and we're making good decisions for ourselves, we shouldn't second guess ourselves. And that goes for men too, to be honest. So anyway, and then I said to her, if you've been around somebody that's a narcissist, if you've been raised by a narcissist, or a person with a personality disorder, a boyfriend, a husband, or whatever, and I said this on websites tonight too, it's almost like when you're little, and like for me, when I was little, I ate some like minty ice cream, like too much of it, and I got sick to my stomach, and I can't even smell it now. Like I will never go near it again. Like I just know it's close by because I can smell it. I think that's how we are with these people. And that's why you looked at Brian and you knew, because it's the most revolting thing. It's the most revolting personality trait. And see, you're getting me all excited. Innately, humans are highly developed animals and we have instincts. That's how we protect ourselves. And that impulse you get is you protecting yourself from that and recognizing it. Like I met a predator like that once. I know that look. I know, you just know, it's your instinct. You've learned it and now it's ingrained into you. And the really frustrating thing about humans, and myself included, is that even though we still have all these instincts built into our body, like the adrenaline rush, the fight or flight, or the hairs that stand up on the back of our neck, getting chills, things of that nature. Do you know that when we're all, let's say all of us in this chat right now, there's all 54 of us, we go to some like concert, and for all of us, it's like the band that we love. And when the music starts playing, you get that kind of like fuzzy, energized feeling. Do you know what like that is? And I can't explain it to you like totally scientifically, but it's our brains syncing up. It's something left over from our like primordial brains. It's our brain signals syncing up with each other. So our bodies are pretty incredible. Our instincts are pretty incredible. The thing about humans that can be tragic is that our intellect has become so developed that we trust our brain over our instincts, or or maybe not our brain. That would be incorrect. We let our emotions get involved. How other people see us, we think, oh, I don't want to be mean. Or if I cross the street, it's going to look rude. Or maybe I'm just being too sensitive. That's where we got to stop doing some of that stuff. It's what gets us in trouble, honestly. Oh, Clara, I'm sorry. I'm surrounded by a narcissistic man who has flying monkeys just working my escape out. Well, I will, yeah, good luck, Clara. I mean that. I mean that too. And does so does my namesake. And Lori, that's called gaslighting and I hate that. It's so terrible. I don't know if it's ambiance, but I'm gonna look it up because I remember listening to a big um the science show on NPR. I listened to the whole like 6 things, and I always thought it was the news. I love music. Music is like a thing for me. Is my outlet. I don't play music. I'm not a good singer. Just music is like it's just a really important thing to me, and I've always loved the feeling like when you go to a concert, it starts playing, and you get those feelings. Even like in the US when they are anywhere, when they play the national anthem, like you get goosebumps, like everybody's standing up together and singing. It's crazy. We're talking about, Alicia, what the word is when our brains all sync up and we get like those warm, fuzzy feelings at like big sporting events and stuff. All right, so I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. Melmac, I promise you I can't sing. Um, I really can't. Ask my husband. Oh gosh. So I'm gonna say good night to all you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I will definitely I've missed all of you too. I am definitely gonna schedule something later. I want to talk more about this. Um, if you guys aren't sick of summer wells, and I don't mean it like that, but um I have some things I'd like to talk about in that case. And I'd like to do that too in a very like small, respectful way. So maybe we can have a secret clubhouse meeting in the middle of the night. All right, Aunt Clara. I always make a spell. I'm. That's the last thing I'm going to say. And Catherine, I will be back soon. And thank you all for saying such nice things. But and Clara, my favorite show is Bewitched. I'm not even gonna lie, love Bewitched. So oh my goodness. All right. Good night, everybody. And I will schedule something soon. And if you follow me on Facebook, I'll post it there. And if you follow me on Twitter at Crime Sushi, I'll put it there. And until next time, good night, sweet dreams, manifesting wonderful things for all of you. You're never without a friend. There's always somebody out here. Reach out to each other. Um, and we'll talk soon. Good night.